Brothers and sisters, Jack Talcott here. I'm going to share take our mind on a little journey, but some thoughts I was considering earlier. There was a statement made to a wise man: life is hard. I think we can agree to that, right? Generally, most people would agree life is hard. The wise man's response, however, compared to what? See, all too often, that's exactly what we do as people when we don't know the answer. We assume that the opposite must not exist, so therefore what we know must be true. But you see, life doesn't have to be hard. It can actually be pretty simple. But let's go back to the hard part and let's presume that's true. Because it is. Life is hard to be human. You gotta remember to eat, brush your teeth, exercise, relax, study, work. Yeah, see, and that's where we got tricked. It's hard enough to be human, yet we made it more complicated by charging money to survive. Yeah, if you got money, you get some of those benefits, and it becomes easier. Lots and lots easier, so I've heard and seen on television. But so life can be very simple, can be very easy. But as humans, it's normal behavior. What we don't understand, we overcomplicate, and then we get confused. And my experience for that was in the courthouse. I had to jump through some hoops. It took me a lot to get to a hearing, and then I had to reschedule. And oh God, everything was crashing down. And the woman on the other side of the counter says, "It's simple." I said, "No, you don't understand. It's not simple. It's been so difficult." She gave me one form to fill out. It was simple. My mind, my terror, my fear made it scary. Took me hours of meditation by the river that day to recognize that. So this is a lesson I learned from experience. This isn't from a book. But life can be simple. It's us who tend to complicate it. And so here's my bigger example. I saw in the news that we're sending our brothers and sisters and our sons and daughters on ships heading towards Iran, if I'm not mistaken, over undisclosed threats. Brothers and sisters, we got countrymen sleeping on our streets right now. We've got veterans who need care and aren't receiving the care they've earned. And yet, I don't know what it costs to send big ships and big jets a long ways across waters for words that our government doesn't trust us to share with us, but they want us to pay for this. So it seems some of these expenses could be avoided if we start thinking about our past as well as our future. I think some of those monies could have been better spent maybe providing better shelter and care for those folks at our border who were putting through the slow process to make sure that they're safe to cross and enter into our borders and our country. So, we got stuff like that. We got floods going on around our nation. We got fires we're still not recovered from. Our tax dollars are better spent rather than the mercenaries, the weapons, the destruction that we're putting our children in danger of right now. So, brothers and sisters, life is hard. Compared to what? Let's figure out how to get along. In our families, in our communities, in our businesses, in our nation, in our planet. We get abrasive when we resist, and we resist when we oppose. We oppose when we don't listen, when we don't understand. So when we can learn to fit together, working towards common goals rather than individual goals, I think we're going to figure this out a lot better. So it's already 5 minutes. I'll try and keep it short. God bless anyone who listens and anyone who cares. So let's open up for discussion, but please, let's use logic and reason. Hopefully my words made some sense today. Life is what we make it, individually as well as collective. So it's time for us to start recognizing the strength that we each have. So live without fear. God bless. Do the YouTube data thing for whatever it's worth. I don't seem to have a lot of people paying attention to me yet. I hope they will soon. So in the meantime, like, subscribe, share, comment. God bless and peace. Peace for all, not just the wealthy.